Good evening, Your Grace. I've been trying to leave as many messages as I can for you because I have no way of knowing which of them you'll pick up on. Uh, Basically, you have a couple of choices now. Okay? Having been the first one to make an actual threat, and yes, I'm going to rule that you were the first one to make an actual threat. Okay. Basically, you can carry your treason forward in one of two ways. You can either decide that, basically my having walled you off from doing anything other than calling me to resolve this situation, maybe you consider that a threat. Um, Maybe you actively want to sue me for the $6 million that I don't have yet. Okay. See, I'm having a problem with understanding how it is that you think you can keep your oath to Roger Barnett and then break it to me. See, that's the one that really freaks me out, Brian. That's the one that really freaks me out. And I've discovered that, I would rather have you as a friend than as a Shackley sponsor any day. But we've got to get out of each other's way on this one, beloved. There's just no way around it. And if you try to get, to my email, now, yeah, I've discovered there is a way you can probably do that. Okay, there is a way you can probably do that, but I'm not going to sit there and teach it to you because, that's the whole point. You don't want to be taught. You'd rather not be taught anything about my system. You'd rather just sit there and criticize. Okay, that's what's really ticking me off. So I run into the same problem like every time I have to change my password. The moment I have to change my password, I assume that it has to do with the action of some form of hostile human being on the other end of the pipeline. And the fact is, I have no way of knowing that. I have no way of knowing that. It's useful. It's useful to make that kind of a use of a thought pattern and emotion pattern I would have to be using anyway. So, um, like it or not, Brian, everything is in place. I'm basically, I've done everything I can to get my number removed from the Shackley database. If there is no such thing as a way to ethically do that, then eventually I'm going to find that out within a few days. And maybe then it's time enough for me to go to the Better Business Bureau, because that actually does constitute fraud. Bad telemarketing constitutes fraud in every description and country that I know of. Okay, so let's call this, I don't know, treason part 4 maybe. Okay. Um, well, I would normally say I love you, but then that's the point at issue, isn't it, sir? Good night.